So let's jump in here. I've given you ways to integrate it. I've given you ways to use it. I now want to share with you how you can actually create a plan to actually start doing it. People believe that with social media, the rules change. But remember, the rules are still the same. If you remember that the rules are still the same, then what I'm about to show you is like, oh, I heard it already. But are you doing it? First element, you need to identify your social media personality. Remember that? So you obviously know why you need to identify that. Because why? Why do we need to identify our personality? Because who we are will determine what we post. You don't expect to be seeing a lot of motivational stuff and encouragement from the person who's an informer. He ain't got no time with all that fuzzy, warm and fuzzy thing. He just he's on to the next new thing. So you identify your personality. Okay. Then you need to extract or develop a social media strategy out of your business strategy. So you must obviously have a business plan. You have a marketing plan. Now you need to ensure that out of that is a social media strategy. You are not creating the reel, but you are just identifying the elements and the strategy and the purpose of social media in your overall plan. You know when this becomes a problem? This becomes a problem when you don't have a marketing plan. When you don't have a business plan, it's a problem because you don't know where to start. So anyone that said to me, I don't know where to start with this social media strategy, clearly you don't have a marketing strategy. No, you don't have a business strategy, because if you have one, then you will recognize from what we said thus far that we're just looking to take these elements and use social media to help us achieve those particular goals. So we have our social media strategy, but remember that each social media platform, when I say platform here, I trust you're following me, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, each of them have their unique strength and their unique purposes. So you then have to determine what will be my strategy for Facebook versus LinkedIn. Now remember this now when I showed you LinkedIn image that you saw me in glasses, tie, jacket, looking all dignified. As one person said, oh, you look like a CEO. The reason for that is that on LinkedIn, LinkedIn is 90% business. So the people who are looking for business, looking for a job, looking to develop business relationships, you don't get the same warm and fuzzy kind of information on LinkedIn as we get on Facebook or YouTube. No one on LinkedIn is going to post a picture of their 2-year-old or 3-year-old son riding a cat. You know, people aren't interested in that. I mean, that will go viral on YouTube or maybe even on Facebook. But no one is interested in that. It's strictly business. And because of how people perceive business dress in the Western world, then you need to ensure, okay, that you know what, hey, that you are putting yourself in a category that people can identify with. Understand how you do your stuff. Facebook is a little more relaxing, so on Facebook I talk business, I motivate people, I talk some fun, I talk about my school. I mean, I went to Parkinson, and now Parkinson was in some finals of some game. I don't recall what it was, but I saw Parkinson and football, thank you. And I was like, yeah, go Pine Hill Boys, go Pine Hill Boys. No, I'm not a football fan, but I'm a fan of the school. Okay. So if you see the photo there, it's a little more relaxed. Half a smile, have on a linen shirt, white shirt, looking like, oh, Mr. Cool Dude, just sitting back and relaxing. Because I would not want the same image on LinkedIn as I have on Facebook, because when you see that, it's like, okay, what are you trying to sell me now? On Twitter and on YouTube, you're across. So I have on a jacket, but I have on a shirt. The shirt is open, there's no tie. So you know, it's like, okay, hey. Because on YouTube, I promote myself as being this guy who lives and works in the Caribbean. And one of the things we need to understand is how people look at our geographic area. When you tell people you work and live in the Caribbean and Barbados, assume you know what, you're going to be doing really, really well, because Barbados is really expensive. That's a paradise. Beautiful place, but it's expensive. So if that's what people believe, who am I to try to change what they believe? You work with it. It would take me too much energy to try to change that person's belief. So you're going to have your platform strategy, and then you're going to move into your action plan. Now this is really real action. So apart from having a strategy, you're now going to determine this is what I'm going to do, and this is when I'm going to do it. which leads us into something called scheduling. Remember I said to you that some weeks I will sit down and I will write out my posts for the week? Action. And if you follow me on Facebook, you will know that very seldom will a week pass without me telling you something about taking action. Take action, take action, take action. So you need to have your action plan and your schedule. So because your action, some of your actions may require learning or acquiring additional information. You may have some time in there for training. You may decide, okay, well, hey, I need to learn this particular element of it. You may want to decide, okay, I'm going to concentrate on one platform first. I'm not telling you that you have to leave here today and go and open 4 accounts. You may be already on Facebook, so you may decide, you know what, I'm going to implement what I've learned today. When I'm comfortable, I will look at the other platforms that suits me. There are some popular social media platforms that I do not use. You can't use all of them. You won't do anything else. And naturally, you need to add a budget. I mean, you can't do anything without a budget. Budget, time, and money. Often when people talk about budget, they're only thinking in terms of the hardcore money. But you need to budget time. If you do not budget time, you will spend no time or all of your time on these social media platforms. Budget your time. Scheduling, having an action plan, and a strategy helps because when you go there, you know you're going for a particular purpose.